We're rolling. My name is Kyle Lacy. This is Cold Stone for Zena. Brandon Brooks. I have my phone.
I was like, Gio, stop texting.
All right, straight faces, straight faces. My name is Kyle Lacy. This is Cold Stone for Zena, Brandon Brooks, and Trevor Brown. We're the Kyle Lacy Band, and this song is called When You Get Home. What do you do when you get home from work? Do you want me by your side? Because I need you there to keep me satisfied. What do you do? What do you do when you get home? Do you sit down by the phone and wait for me to call? Because I know you still got love for me, tangled up in other sheets, and it's a shame, and that's not all. What do you do when you get back from his place? Does the thought cross your mind, and maybe even wish you were still mine? What do you do? Now because I told you once, told you twice, told you another 100 times I love you. Ooh. And if you still got love for me, don't tangle up in other sheets. I love you. What do you do when you can't make it work now? Do you want me to come on home? Because I need you and too far away I'll roam. What do you do? Hey, what do you do so late at night? Feeling you want me to hold you tight. I know you understand, because I know you still got love for me, tangled up in other sheets, but I'm just not that kind of man. What do you do when you get back from his place? Does the thought cross your mind, and maybe even wish you were still mine? I said, what do you do? Oh yeah, because I told you once, told you twice, told you another 100 times I love you. Ooh. And if you still got love for me, don't tangle up in other sheets. I love you. Now because I told you once, told you twice, told you another 100 times I love you. Ooh, yeah. And if you still got love for me, don't tangle up in other sheets. I love you. Ooh. And if you still got love for me, don't tangle up in other sheets. And if you still got love for me, don't tangle up in other sheets. I love you. That was When You Get Home. Thank you. Appreciate it. Can we pause to get a Band-Aid? Yeah. Hey friends, it's Kyle Lacy again, coming to you this time with a song called You Make Me Feel Like a Man. 1, 2. Oh, it's just me. Go. I weeks in my life, that's right. Most of it just flew on by. But baby, when I'm with you, you know I just wanna take it slow. And what's the use of going when we've got nowhere to go? Tell me all your secrets and I'll tell you mine. I got this good feeling looking in your eyes. You make me feel like a man with a plan. Suddenly I understand that a man needs a hand. No, I don't wanna rush this cause I've got love on demand. You make me feel just like a man. They say a little tenderness is all you need. Yeah, coming on too strong only made me weak. You make me understand with just a touch or a smile. Sign me up, my baby, I don't need a free trial. You make me feel like a man with a plan. Suddenly I understand that a man needs a hand. I don't wanna rush this cause I've got love on demand. You make me feel just like a man. When I'm with other women, I've written every song, but on my tunnel vision, baby, came on pretty strong. You know I've got a heartbreak history enough to make you laugh. But as long as it's you in the morning, I know things can't be that bad, yeah. I said I don't wanna rush this cause I've got love on demand. You make me feel, woo, you make me feel just like a man. You make me feel just like a man. I said la da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da da da. Oh baby, you got me feeling just like a man. Baby, 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 you got me feeling just like a man. I said la da 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 da, la da da da. I said la da 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 da, la da da da. Squeaks and all. Thank you. The song is about 6 months old. We recorded it in January by geological time. Yeah, I wrote it in December, and then recorded it in January and February. And Brandon learned it yesterday. No, stop saying that. You're so good, dude. Shut up.
Literally been playing for like 3 months.
He just came 2 months. 2 months ago.
Are we still on camera? So, I did write that song last year when I met my partner Amanda, and that's what it's about. Yeah.
Shout out to Amanda.
Shout out to.
She's cool.
She is. She's the coolest. And yeah, it's a song about that your partner makes you feel empowered to be the person you really are inside. Now we're going to do a song that's very clear about what it's about. It's called Little Kisses, and it goes like this. Baby, I don't want to be jealous, but when you told me about that old fling, well, you know, my poor heart almost stopped beating. And it can only be solved by one thing. You give me those little kisses with all of your might. You touch me all over and you squeeze me tight. Tell me you love me What's past is past, alright. I want those little kisses to last a long time. Yeah, when I'm stuck in the storyboard of my thoughts, thinking of all the bad little things, you spin my head around and you turn me upside down. Those little kisses make me wanna sing. And you give me those little kisses with all of your might. You touch me all over and you squeeze me tight. Tell me you love me. What's past is past, alright. I want those little kisses that last a long time. And you're gonna be gone so long. Please tell me that you're coming back. And baby, while you're gone, please don't give me another heart attack. Come on back. When I get nervous, that you might think I'm boring, quite as adventurous as the start. You say you feel so fine, just to grab a love like mine. You give me the reflection of your heart. You give me those little kisses with all your might. You touch me all over and you squeeze me tight. Tell me you love me. What's past is past, alright. I want those little kisses to last a long time. To last a long time. To last a long time. Kiss me, baby. Woo. Thank you. All right. My name's Kyle Lacy, and this is a song called Familiar Sensations from our 2020 album, The Road to Tomorrow. I got a heart that beats 1, 2, 3, 4 for you. Got a little bit of money gonna buy us a round or two. Now maybe we met tonight, but maybe we don't need time. Familiar sensations got us feeling right. Familiar sensations is my fascination. All my hesitation, you know I threw it away. Familiar sensations, just an observation, little libation, can go a long way. When it gets early in the morning and I feel so down and beat, and a coffee cup don't give me what I need. Oh, I think about today, my heart said no way. You and me, baby, we're gonna plan my escape. Familiar sensations is my fascination. Oh, my hesitation, you know I threw it away. Familiar sensations, just an observation, little libation, can go a long way. Woo. Yeah. To town and I'm not at home, I find myself saying a winning wrong. Diving into my situation, digging into my old temptation. Lonely, lonely, lonely in the night. I just want somebody to come and kiss me goodnight. She's the one I found when you're in a faraway town. 'Cause familiar sensations got me feeling dirty now. Familiar sensations, it's my fascination. All my hesitation, you know I threw it away. Familiar sensations, just an observation. Little libation can go a long way. Can go a long way. Can go a long way. Baby, baby. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I see your picture, your name in lights above it. This is your big debut. It's like a dream come true. So when you smile for the camera, I know they're gonna love you. I like your picture, I keep it with your letter. Done up in blueprint blue. It sure looks good on you. So when you smile for the camera, I know I love you better. Hey, I said, hey, it will come back to you. Hey, it will come back to you. Well, shadow falls, you've seen it all in 3D. It's your favorite foreign movie. Ooh. I keep it with your letter. Done up in blueprint blue. It sure looks good on you. So when you smile for the camera, I know I love you better. Woo! I said, hey, it will come back to you. It will come back to you. Well, the shadow falls, you've seen it all in 3D. It's your favorite foreign movie. It will come back to you. Hey, it will come back to you. Well, the shadow falls, you've seen it all in 3D. It's your favorite foreign movie. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Solid. Oh, we're nice and snug in here. Sweet. Well, Kyle Lacy and his band.
We'll move this mic
Thanks
stand.
for coming by. Another great episode of Homeward Sounds. Loving having you guys over here.
Thanks for having us.
Over there. Introduce yourselves again, just because.
My name's Kyle Lacy, and on bass we have Trevor Brown.
Trevor Brown, yep.
And on drums, Brandon Brooks.
My name is Brandon Brooks. And my name is...
And this is Coldstone Frazina.
Coldstone Frazina.
Love it. Last time you were here, it was quite different climate. It was a bit cold. You were had a fur coat on or a scarf.
Ooh, I wish I had a fur coat on.
Yeah. Now we're quite the opposite. But still, you guys sounded fantastic. How long you guys been playing music together?
Well, this group is a diverse group. I met Cole about 4 years ago, and he came straight on the road with me the next day.
Confirmed.
For 2 weeks.
You pick him up on the side of the road, or
I picked him up in Washington Square Park, and
we was making the scene out there a lot of the time, and back in those days,
Yes, sir.
He found me out there.
Found him, and
Saved him.
Trevor Brown was recommended. Yeah. He came highly recommended.
Indeed.
And he joined the band, I think, a couple years ago for the first time.
I think it was, April 2021, I believe.
Okay, so...
no, that was before the pandemic. I played with you guys first.
Yeah. Before the pandemic, there was at least one gig.
And Kyle actually introduced me as the wrong name.
Is that? That's
which was really nice. I can't remember the name, but it was like the bass player used the night before.
This is
that's great.
This is not fair. You can't do this to me right now.
Well, I did.
And anyway,
Kyle Lacy.
I met Brandon in guys, get it together. Travis. I met Brandon in Charleston, South Carolina, and then
nice.
last
you touring down there, or you took a trip, or what?
I actually lived down there very briefly.
That's right. I didn't know this.
It was an amazing experience and a great music scene down there, especially. And I met Brandon in that scene. And then last summer, I was playing in the window at Club Groove, and Brandon walked by, and I didn't know it was him, but I just heard this voice, Kyle Lacy. This guy's in the window.
I was coming out of finance class at in school, and I was like, I hate life. And then I was like, oh, okay, these cats sound all right. Wait a second. They sound pretty good. Is that Kyle Lacy?
Wait a second.
And that was it.
Wait a second.
The rest is history.
So you're from South Carolina? Or you?
Yeah, so I grew up in South Carolina.
Okay,
I'm
cool,
from
cool.
New Jersey originally, but grew up in South Carolina.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So you were just up here on a trip at the time? You were going to school up here?
When
you ran into Kyle?
I moved up here September 2020,
cool.
in the middle of the pandemic, of course. And at the time, I was just kind of up here. Just wanted to move to New York. I started a business in South Carolina, and pandemic, whatever. Came up here and tried to be a musician, and then applied to grad school randomly and got in to NYU. And then summertime is when I actually started classes. Coming back from business school at NYU, and I'm sitting there, this is Kyle fucking Lacy right here, from South Carolina. And I didn't not know that Kyle was up here. I know he had moved back.
I was just in the window,
just in the window.
Some will call it fate. Some will call it fate. You guys sound fantastic. You're when you guys got together.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. You sound really tight, really cool. Your vibe, the Motown sort of influenced, modern blues,
definitely.
funky soul type stuff is incredible.
Thank you.
As far as your influences go, did you guys all sort of what are the concentric circles of your interests? Usually sometimes somebody will bring something or what have you. Do you guys find your musical interests mostly aligned, or it's sort of
they're pretty diverse. But we all just like good music. We all
just Drake,
It's a top 40 guys.
We all like old music. I think that's fair to
cool.
say.
We do. I'd say we all have bits that overlap, and we all have bits that do not overlap. And,
healthy.
Shows everybody different things than they would find on their own.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I think when I was writing a lot of these newer songs that are on this album, I was listening to a lot of 80s, my favorite 80s soul music.
and pop music. Like I was listening to the Pointer Sisters, and I was listening to Luther Vandross, and I was listening to, and even like the Jay Giles band kind of played a part in it, because I was listening to those records and I was going like, oh, it's all about like just like lifting people's spirits, and it's all about just like giving people something to get loose to, and that's kind of what this record is in a way.
Definitely got the vibe. Definitely very feel-good music. Remind me the name of the record, when it's coming out.
Pleasure Craft will be out New Year's Eve 2022.
Launching. The craft is launching.
He's going to play in Times Square.
That would be amazing. I think we will have a gig that night, but I'm not sure where yet.
It's the most pleasurable zone of the city. I mean,
absolutely. Just film. When I think of pleasure, Times Square.
Exactly.
I need to go there.
Exactly.
That's cool. So, like, do you do most of the songwriting, or is it like more of a group endeavor when you guys are crafting these songs together?
I write the music and the lyrics, and the arrangements have happened together over playing in live situations. Like we'll go play. We pretty much play 3, 4, 5 nights a week in clubs in the city, and we play a lot of covers, but we also play our stuff, and we try to use those opportunities to work out how the songs should feel, and how they feel in front of an audience definitely informed how they sound on the record.
Right. Yeah, that's a huge part of it. Does that lend itself at all to, like, do you guys prefer playing in certain size venues, like medium versus, like?
Well,
for instance,
I would love to play bigger venues, but we haven't made that stride just yet. So we're playing like 100, 200 capacity rooms at the moment, and but we're angling to get bigger and to try to make that step.
thing. Yeah.
Talking money moves. That's all I'm going to say.
Money moves. No, definitely. It's interesting to see how like that interaction informs the music. Like even here, it's so obviously very intimate, not much give and take. It's sort of just like a stripped down version. So the songs really like speak for themselves. But I feel like sometimes in the smaller venues, as like a consumer and player of music, there's that like connection that really.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I do really enjoy our regular gigs, especially at like the local places. Like we'll play over here at Queen's Room, right down the street from you guys. Every other Thursday over the summer, we've been playing there, and it's like we have about 20 people who are just fans of the night that will always be there, and then the rest of the people filter in and out, and it's just a really nice evening. Or we play at Club Groove downtown every Saturday, and playing for those folks, it's always a different crowd there because part of the West Village thing is tourism.
Yeah.
And so you really, I love the intimacy of having the audience right here and getting to see their reaction. And I mean, I'm kind of crazy on stage. I just let it all hang out.
On stage.
And
on stage, yeah.
On stage.
Only.
And you know what I mean? No, I mean, what I live for, I think, is that audience interaction. So, in whatever form it comes, I welcome it.
Yeah, that's fair. Interesting. Like obviously, COVID, that whole thing. It's like a played out question, but like being somebody, especially somebody feeds more off that interaction. Like some people are like, all right, I like recording music and what have you, but like that specific aspect of it. How do you sort of like manage that at a time when? Like
how did we manage recording music during COVID?
Not even recording, but like being somebody who particularly loves the interaction with the audience. Now to be like, all right, like what am I going to do now for this?
Oh, it was hugely motivating. I think it motivated all of us to start thinking about our just like taking every opportunity. That's what happened to me. Is that as soon as the opportunities I had went away, I had to start making new ones. And we would go out, Colin was there, and we would go out to Washington Square, or we would go out to Union Square, or here in Astoria, and play on the street for hours. And, just like try to grab people, try to get something going. And then we started to play back on the road again. We started to do some road dates, and then we were in this crazy accident where we got flipped over. Our van got flipped
In the
over.
van, I remember reading about this, like you posting about it or something.
It was so crazy that it happened when it happened because that was right when everything was starting to come back.
Right.
And it was like, oh, here's an incident that could have killed us, but left us with our facilities, and no one was seriously hurt.
Right.
And all of
you
a
guys
sudden,
are all in the car?
it was
van?
Cole and I and two of our
Right, okay.
other musicians that we work with. But basically after that, it was like, okay, I have to make a choice. I can either, you start to realize that you only have so much time,
Yeah.
and it really was a hugely motivating thing. And I feel like now we're just like more than ever. It's like any gig that we can get better, that we can develop an audience and connect with people and try to tell them what we do and show them what we do and show them that we love what we do.
Yeah.
Is a good opportunity.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it. I mean, you got to form the connection, which is what, I was trying to do with this show is like get people a peek inside, the people that make music that they like. It's like so many times you don't really know too much about an artist that you love. Or like you listen to their songs, but you don't really know much. Like I love like to peek inside to hear like stories and what have you, like how a song got written and stuff like that, and like a bit more give and take. Very cool interaction.
Well, yeah, we love it too.
Yeah.
And we're just some guys, We're just like we just go around and we just go around and do
Personally,
exactly this. We're
Extremely
just
normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like an exercise and keeping it in the middle. You know what I mean?
yeah, we're pretty. I feel like we're pretty easy to read. Like this is who we are, and we like to do this on stage too. Like there's always moments on stage with these guys that are unplanned or unrehearsed or just, and then it just like
I'd say most of it.
I'd say
all of
most
it.
of it.
It's all. You never know what's coming next at any time, and it's
Literally, because I don't know any of the songs.
He doesn't
so.
know any of the songs. No, he's not.
You did really well for not knowing any song.
I-
I just gotta say.
He's lying. You don't even
Just
need to
the-
listen.
I
to
know
it.
one of the songs well, but the other two.
What's the song?
When you get home. Yeah, that one. Yeah. When you get.
yeah.
For the name.
But yeah, you guys sounded great together. I think that's a large part of it because you can't really like fake it. People know when you're faking it, and like the authenticity is great. You guys sound awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So album coming out in 2022. Where do you guys record it?
Studio G in I guess it's Greenpoint. Is it Greenpoint or Williamsburg?
Greenpoint /
Greenpoint.
Williamsburg.
Yeah. Well, a good friend of mine, Richard Celino, was the engineer and also mixed the album.
Cool. Cool.
And he did an incredible job. And it was my first time going into a studio completely on my own dime, producing everything myself, and writing all of the songs and making all of the creative decisions along the way. And I'm just really glad for that because in the past I've released music with other people, and that's been great. I've learned a lot from that, and I've had a lot of different successes from that, but I think it was time for not only me, but this band to put out something that we believe is just truly just us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, you add like different heads in the mix, and it can go so many different ways. A lot of times it's great. You can create things that you couldn't otherwise create on your own.
Right, and there's great things about that. You having somebody else, another perspective, just widens the whole thing. But I think in terms of a calling card, I think that's kind of what this is because we go around the city doing this all the time. People that listen to this record, this is just what we do. This is our music.
Yeah. So speaking of like feel good music, is that how you guys arrived on the name Pleasurecraft?
Okay, so that was actually the name of my van before the van before.
It was the middle van between the two vans that perished.
It was the middle van, but that's right. It was the middle van between the two perished vans.
It was
The middle child?
It was so comfy.
It was good. It was comfy. It was a Toyota Sienna, gold Toyota Sienna with leather seats.
Sponsored by Toyota.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was like 2002, top of the line.
Solid.
Had
Good
a
year.
DVD player in the back.
Oof.
Had heated seats, power seats. Had a sunroof. Do you remember the sunroof?
Oh yeah, I remember sunroof. I had some good times in that van.
Literally,
Not gonna
there's
lie
a
to you.
song on our previous record called "Low and Slow," which I wrote about smoking weed on the highway in that van.
Oh yeah, Kyle sold that van with things stashed in it.
Hey, I did not know about those things. You
They were-
didn't tell me.
They're
You're gonna
still
make
in
somebody's
there.
day. You're gonna
What
make
things
somebody's
are you
day.
talking
They'll never
about?
find them. They'll never find them. But they're in there. So
I hope who bought that van for me is not watching this clip right now.
He's like, what? Goes out to the.
I gotta turn that thing upside down.
So anything you guys like to do outside of music that would surprise people, maybe?
Nothing.
All right, next.
Literally just work. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You wanna go down the
I
line?
think that
Just drink heavily. I don't know.
It's kind of a group thing.
outside. See, that's the problem though about like being a musician is that everything is music. You know,
Yeah.
like, I don't. If I don't, I remember when I was doing theater, and I love theater so much, and I love that I did it, and I would do it again in the future. But I made a commitment to myself when I was like 24 years old. I had done several theater contracts, and I felt like I wanted to use my talents for something creative. And I remember I told my director that, the director of the show that I was doing at the time, who I really was a good friend and I trusted him, and he said, "I'm proud of you for making that decision, but this is the hardest thing you're ever going to do in your life, and it's going to consume you, and you got to be ready for that." And he was so right. Like, I wake up in the morning, I can't stop thinking about it, go to bed thinking about it. It's everything, you know. And I think everyone who does music, you guys included, you all know that. You know, I'm not saying anything. This is
weekends.
for, yeah.
Weekends.
I do
Weekends.
like to work out. You
Same.
know? And I'm more.
I may have
interested-
taken that question a little too
Yeah,
seriously.
I was like,
Like, no.
I do like to breathe, you know, things like that. Do like to work out, and
Yoga.
I'm interested in getting on more of the management side of the business. So I
Cool.
also study business too. So I'm
Nice.
That's where I spend a lot of my energy, basically.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
outside of when I'm playing or practicing.
Right on. Right on. It's awesome.
What Brandon's saying is that he's smart.
We're all
Smart
smart.
man. Inquisitive.
We're all capable. We're all smart.
Yes, and that goes for you and you and you and you.
The everyman.
There's nobody here, but
There's no one here.
the everyman.
The everyman. watching.
Well, it's been a blast having you guys. I'll link, all the things, where to find you guys, the
Thank you.
album. Really excited for it. And so the songs you played tonight, how many were off the album?
3 of them. We played. How many songs did we play?
5.
5. Okay, so 3 of the songs, "When You Get Home" and "You Make Me Feel Like a Man" and "Little Kisses" are from the new album. "Familiar Sensations" is from the 2020 album "Road to Tomorrow."
Right.
And the last song is a cover of a Steely Dan song called "Peg."
Love it.
Yeah.
It. The "Feel Like a Man" was great. It seems like the natural counterpoint to like "Natural Woman." It just
Thank you. Thank you
just
so
great.
much. I wrote that song kind of around like sort of thinking about a Hall & Oatesy, how I would write a song that felt like Hall & Oates, like just felt good, but also had some crazy like moments, because I really like to let go with my voice.
Yeah.
These guys will tell you every time Cole does this funny impression of me where I'm just like, "Whew, guys, that was a rough set. I don't know if I can keep going." Then I get on stage and I'm like,
3 hours.
But yeah, I just wrote that song and I wanted to like give that feeling a name. Like,
Yeah.
this feels so good. This love feels so good.
Well, if you want to follow up that vibe with the Hall & Oates vibe for like the single album artwork, might have to just do like some vests or some shirtless, like all
yes.
lining up.
Oh.
I want to see Hall & Oates inspired artwork.
I mean, I'm trying to get these guys to grow a little nose neighbor, grow a little mustache, but they don't do it. So.
Sponsored by Manscaped.
Manscaped.
Anyway.
I have no facial hair, Cole, and I think you know
Tool.
this.
I think we could.
This right
dust
here is
you
like
in.
a week and a half of growth.
Dust you in.
That's
dude, you're
pretty
letting
good,
it get
Now
out of
that I
control.
get a good look at you. He's had goatees at points. Don't let him
Yeah,
lie.
I look like somebody off of King of the Hill when I have facial hair.
All right.
That's not a bad thing.
No.
But I'm just saying that's a fact.
That's
You
just
know.
a fact. Right on. Well, it was great having you guys. Any last words for people, humans?
My
Stream
last
the
words
album, and Cole, you go. You go.
before how final are these last words? We're talking.
Like, this is
Um,
last words on this earth.
I would say be well.
Done.
Be well
We'll stop.
and stream the album.
Sweet. And stream the album.
album.
Yeah, or you'll perish. Anyway, Lacy Band, thanks again for coming. Love y'all. Been great. Been
Thank
great.
you, man. Thanks,
Sound
Ryan.
phenomenal.
Thanks for having
Cheers,
us.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.
Sweet.
And that's a wrap.